Hey, hi, hello creatives, welcome back or to my channel. My name is Lindsay and today we are doing my July plan with me. As you see on screen, I'm showing you all of my supplies. The first being a B5 Neapolitan notebook from Archer and Olive, my Uni Pen fine liners, a Sarasa clip pen in 0.5 size, my hard tip Furunosuke pen, some Pentel brush pens, mild liner gray one, 2 different washi tapes, stamp set for my monthly calendars, and some pages ripped out of a dollar store dictionary, and then some images that I've gathered from Pinterest. I will leave the Pinterest board down below, so if you see any photos that you want to use in your own journals or your own bullet journal, or any pictures that you see that you like that you want to use, I'll leave the board linked down below so you have access to them. And so we're diving right into my cover page, which is obviously the first thing that I'm doing for this month. And I have been doing this kind of style theme like setups for the last few months, and I've been really enjoying it. However, last month was my obviously June, and I did more of a cottagecore theme, and I was including some stickers, I was including like lots of stamping, I was including lots of washi tape, lots of pictures from Pinterest, everything that I'm kind of including today. However, today is a little bit more scaled back, I guess, because I didn't go as crazy with my clusters. I wanted to kind of keep things a little bit more straightforward, rather than, I didn't want to overload the clusters with lots of things. I didn't want each cluster, I guess, to look so busy. I just wanted it to be simple, but still in this style that I've really been enjoyed doing, because it's obviously what I enjoy doing, and it's what's going to make me constantly open my journal every day or every other day to continue working in it. So as you see, I'm just doing a quote on the one side, which is not normally what I do, but it just is the actual meaning in the dictionary of beach, and it says it's a flat, sandy shore of the sea. It was very fitting for this month's theme, which is, I just honestly I searched in Pinterest a beach aesthetic, I think is what I used. Beach aesthetic is what I used in Pinterest to find all of these pictures, and I really like how they all looked together. You will notice, or you won't notice, but what I want to point out to you is that one of the pictures is from a beach in Aruba called Flamingo. I think it's called Flamingo Beach. Anyways, it has obviously flamingos on it, and it's the only beach in Aruba that basically houses these flamingos. And I decided to do this theme for this month because July is mine and my husband's wedding anniversary on July 7th, and you'll see that I end up using that photo on the weekly spread where July 7th falls in, so that I can see, the pictures of the flamingos and stuff. Anyways, it's very pretty. So moving on to my monthly overview. This I tend to use often, so I wanted to make sure that I left my boxes and my spaces for each day pretty large, because I do like using them for our bill payments and stuff. But I did not screw up, but I should have wrote out July after I had done the one cluster, but I didn't do that, so I just had a really small section because I wrote July so big to do just the small cluster of the little bit of layering there with the dictionary page and the one photo, but I still think this page turned out really well, because again, I want to scale back a little bit for this month, and I think this the theme still really stands out. It looks simple. It was easy. This the setup still took me an hour and 20 minutes to do, start to finish, but again, I still think it turned out really well. I screwed up here in the corner. I ended up putting an extra square that I didn't want, so I just covered it up with the little quote sticker, and I write in just the initials, and then I do highlight the initials in my gray mild liner. I struggle with each month when I come up with these themes. I notice with everybody, all the videos that I watch, and I know I shouldn't be comparing my journal to somebody else's, but at the same time, I can't help to think that when I do these themes and I do the titles on each of my pages, they're not always the same. I don't always do each title the same. I try to stick to it, but then I get not bored easily, but bored easily, I guess, because I don't want every page to be the same. Otherwise, I won't necessarily enjoy doing the setup. I could, and I most likely would still enjoy doing the setup, but then I don't like having a strict structure of how I need to do every page because I need it to all look cohesive and the same. This is probably why I decide to include these pictures so that it clumps everything together by using a similar aesthetic of pictures and similar colorings in each of the pictures to kind of make each spread look cohesive for that month, I guess, if that makes any sense. But so what I'm doing on screen, as you see, is for my bill trackers and our paycheck tracking for the month. I had to do 5 spots for the month because we end up getting paid 5 times in the month because there are 5 Fridays. And then I have a balance section, which is just the beginning balances of our credit cards and then the balance at the end of the month. As I mentioned in my last video, my last June plan with me, that we have been able to pay off our credit cards every month, which is it's very rewarding to do, honestly. It's something that we haven't been doing, and we were carrying over a balance and paying interest. And it was something that I really wanted to do for 2021, is to put us in a state where we're able to pay off our credit cards every single month and not hold a balance. So we have been succeeding, which is very exciting. And then, so underneath the balance section on the previous page, I also put planning. And if you haven't seen any of my other videos, then you wouldn't know, but we are really attempting to buy a house this year. And I say attempting because if you know, I live in the Toronto-ish area. I live actually in Durham region, and housing prices are just insane. So hopefully we're able to get approved for an amount that makes buying a house realistic. Hopefully, our fingers are crossed, and that's one of the reasons why we've been in serious paying off debt mode, and it's working. So as I'm doing on screen, I know I haven't been mentioning too much about what I've been doing, but I hope you're still with me. So what I'm doing on screen is my A Line a Day. I've been sticking with this every single month, and I've been really enjoying doing it. Although, full disclosure, I definitely am not keeping up with it on a daily basis, but I definitely at the end of the week or every couple of days, I will go in and fill it out. And I did end up highlighting the weekend days so that those days stand out to me, because when I've gone through and maybe I've been a little bit more than a week behind, it kind of gets, okay, was this a Monday, a Tuesday, a Wednesday? What day was it? And not that I need to know what it is looking back, but when I go to fill it out and I'm looking through my pictures on my phone to kind of see what we did that day and stuff, and to kind of, trigger my memory as to what happened that day, it gets difficult with trying to remember what day is what. So I've been doing every month a mood board. I did quotations with my fingers, but it's not like you can see me. But yeah, I've been doing a mood board every month, and I've really, really been enjoying doing this. And this month I did something a little different. I legitimately just kind of clustered, or not even clustered, I just placed 6 different photos that I had from the pictures that I pulled from Pinterest, and I tried to make sure that they were all the same kind of warm pinky colors from the beach so that they all looked really good together. And I love how simple and easy this was, although it may not seem so easy because I literally did so many different variations of different ways the pictures were going to look, and organizing the pictures differently and rearranging. But I love how it came out. I just wanted it to kind of look balanced, and with the one there with the old Volkswagen van, it is a longer photo than, say, the bottom rock shell photo. So I just wanted to make sure that I put those two together. And anyway, so there was a whole little thought process that went through my brain as I was doing it, but I, again, really, really like how simple yet very, I want to say stylish, but that is not the right word to use. But I'm going to say aesthetically pleasing to the eye. I love how it turned out, but I did think that it needed a little bit more something, and I generally like doing a bunch of doodling on my like collage art pages that I do also on my channel. If you haven't watched any of those videos, I can link one here. And I did a drop shadow on each of the photos. The 3 I'm doing now, I kind of shaded in the drop shadow to make those stand out differently than the other 3 I did as just a plain drop shadow. And again, I love how this page turned out. So now we're coming close to, not the end of the video, but we only have a couple minutes left, and I am diving into my weekly spreads. And I think I finally found a weekly spread that works for me, especially because, I mean, sometimes there's just nothing going on for the week, and that way I can kind of, I guess, bring in more of like my clustering, or I can just add in more things. So let me explain what I do. So on each page is its own individual week. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I use a B5 size notebook, so it is a little larger than what I'm even used to, and there's lots of room to use. So at the top there, you'll see the 7 boxes I use for each day, and it's just basically, if I have to go into the office that day, I'll indicate it. If there's a birthday that day, if there's an appointment or something that day, then I'll indicate more of like events that are happening for that day. And then on the bottom is literally the sky is the limit, what I can do there. I can write different. I don't do a whole lot during the week because I'm working, and sometimes I work a little bit later, and it's basically just a routine that my husband and I have with our son, that basically I'm done at 4:30. We have to give my son dinner at 5. Sometimes we eat with him. Sometimes we wait for him to go to bed, and then he goes to bed around 7, and we have our evenings. But sometimes, I mean, I've worked all day, and from home it gets things a little difficult with, you know, wanting to kind of be up and about because I literally sit on a couch all day. So generally speaking, during the week, we don't have a whole lot going on, but on the weekends is when I like to, you know, put a to-do list for the week, for the weekend, and, you know, what are we going to do the Friday, Saturday, Sunday? And that's basically where we do most of our stuff for the week. And so I didn't find it necessary to have like an actual section for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday throughout the week. So this way I can still, if I have a to-do list to do on Monday, I can easily write it down. It's just how I just write notes for the week, and I'm going to write it in there. So, and this has been really working for me. I've been really enjoying it because I can kind of be decorative where I want to be. And yeah, no, I've really enjoyed doing it, and it gives me a lot of freedom, and it's just allowing me to also be a little bit creative during the week. I really like looking at these little clusters that I do, and I'm just adding in some little doodles at the end, and this video is completed. This video is completed, but my spreads for July are done. And I love how this theme came out. I love how simple these spreads are. I love the look of the pastel colors on the white. Let me know in the comment section below which spread sticks out to you and which one you like the best. Yeah, so we're at the end of this video. I want to thank you so much if you made it this far. I hope you like, comment, share, subscribe, do all of the things. It really helps my channel grow and reach new people. It means so much to me. So thank you, and I will see you very, very soon in the next video. Bye.